Hey guys, it's Rob Timber where we do how-tos, reviews, and just talk about life stuff. NFTs, what are they? Why should I care? Should I buy it? Does it even matter? We're going to answer all those questions today. We can do a basic rundown so you guys get a brief understanding what NFTs are and know where to go in the future. But before we do that, hit that subscribe button, follow me for future content. So NFTs, non-fungible tokens. What does that even mean? Did that help you? Probably not, right? So the basic kind of breakdown of what you could say an NFT is, it's basically, you could say a serial number or receipt. It's essentially a timestamp that's connected to what's a hash. So without going too far in hash, we're going to kind of cover that and go through mining. But a hash is basically input that's combined with the mathematical equation and is going to give you an output that's basically a string of text, you can kind of say. So kind of think of like a passcode or password. It's going to be your hash. It's going to be protected in that there's not a lot of ways to figure out what the original input was to get the output. And you can't really use a puzzle to decide it, and there's not going to be duplicates of it either. And even if there was a duplicate, it's not going to match that timestamp that happened between the parties involved. So that's what kind of protects it. So if you think about cash, there's no way to see that you have received or transferred cash in most situations, right? It's just hand to hand. So blockchain is basically saying that Bob gave Bill this at this time, and this is a hash that correlates to this, confirming it. And the most important factor of that is a peer-to-peer portion. So if you imagine 100 computers are all watching the same thing happen. So if two computers transferred something, then the 98 other computers saw that and all recorded that in their ledgers that it happened. That's really how it works. So if you get to NFT utilities, there's a lot of utilities. Some people think it's just an art form. So you're just looking at JPEGs basically, right? I couldn't really be further from the truth. If someone's telling you that, just stop taking their advice. They have no idea what NFTs are. They probably don't know what Bitcoin or blockchain technology is. So most NFTs, most groups or creators always put a charitable side to it, right? That's kind of an easy sell to people. A lot of people hold that to their heart as something they want to do anyway. So when you create an NFT, you actually create a smart contract. So that is essentially what the NFT is going to provide, and it's realistically an exact contract of what you get from it. So from a creator standpoint, most creators are going to take a royalty from it. That's the kind of easiest way to explain it. So once you buy NFT from them, any sale that you make from that point, they're going to get a commission off of that. So while they're doing that, they're essentially giving you an art that they want you to like, which is going to demand, the hype, the demand. And they usually give you some utility factor, a reason for you to spend your money. So some may be flat out just the art. Most have something behind it, whether that's a giveaway. If you see Billionaire Yacht Club, they have the meetings of the minds for millionaires and billionaires. Some may provide you kind of airdropped money. So you may get a certain amount of Ethereum, Bitcoin, whatever the case is, you get tokens that are airdropped to you. A lot of the giveaways kind of different. Some you can get a trip to the moon, some you can get an iPhone, laptop, whatever, kind of stuff like that. And then you get to the metaverse, which we go into another video explaining the metaverse, but you get land that you can use in the future, or they can use for the now if you have a development team to make something out of it, right? Why NFT is important to me? They should be important to you because there's an unlimited use for that. Utilities kind of go all over the place. So we kind of say, for one, music industry, if an artist wants to develop an album, there was a lot of walls they have to do to get there, right? You got to go to the radio station to promote it. You got to get someone to believe in your project. You got to make all the albums. You got to promote it. You got to get CDs printed back in my time. You got to put it on iTunes. You got to get everything out, right? So now, if you're an artist, you can just tell your fan base, hey, I'm going to put this album out. I'm going to create an NFT. We're going to make 100,000 NFTs correlating to this digital album. Your fans buy into your album. They pay for all the upfront costs. They all receive the album. And now you give them a royalty fee off of it. So now you, as an artist, you've received, say, 80%. You split the other 20% up with your fans who bought the NFTs. All your fans are going to get royalties from every time your album's played. And you already paid for your album. You have no middleman. You made more money, way more money than you made before. Another utility. I bought this house. I went through a lot of middlemen to get this house, right? Just to get a piece of paper that says it's mine. There's nobody else that knows that but me, the bankers, and the people that are involved, right? I can do the same thing as an NFT. I can have the peer-to-peer network verify that this house is mine. It was bought on this date between these parties. Get rid of everything else. Cryptocurrency are basically the tokens that you're going to be using on that. Whether that's Binance, Solana, Cardano, Ethereum, Bitcoin, that's the kind of the basis of what you're going to be using. So for now, NFTs are pretty much a hype over the demand and supply. It has a big factor, of course. The supply kind of makes something either more credible for the creator because you get more money up front if you have a larger selection, or it's more credible to the buyer if it's a smaller collection. Each thing is potentially worth more, right? But the hype is really kind of what's driving it. Who created it? Who's the lead team? How big is a Discord? Are people really involved? And then what you can make out of it. So right now it's kind of a money-driven thing. How much could I make off this NFT if I resell it? It's really kind of the point now. Or for the clout. You can't argue clout. So with the clout, you kind of get viewed. You can use that for advertising. You can put it on your posts. You can put it in commercials, video games. We're going to kind of see that in the future. For now, this industry is the greatest industry in our lifetime and many lifetimes where anyone can make a large amount of money. Most situations you have kind of gatekeepers, and the gatekeepers are usually your financial circumstance. Because the generalized stock market, you can't really make but so much money unless you get lucky at one time or another. Otherwise, it's kind of that 8 to 10% per year, which isn't bad by any means in a bullish market. But it's not going to be that, 4,500% that you see with Bitcoin. Or if you go into the fractional where it's 0.0008 and it goes up to $5 and you're a millionaire or billionaire, depending on how much risk you took to put into that. That just hasn't happened before. It's really the time to get into it. It's definitely not too late. Most people still don't really know what it is or know where to go with it. So even if you go into Bitcoin, which is pretty high, it's going to continue to go high. Demand's going to increase because there are going to be limited. Miners will tell you now it's less to mine. When I go and check how much I've mined, it's definitely a lot less than what it was, 2 years ago. So just keep that in mind. It's never too late. If you haven't started already, what are you waiting for? Get something and you will learn from it. And what you have learned would be enough to kind of continue. Like anything else, you're not going to pour your money into something you don't understand it. You shouldn't buy a bunch of stocks if you don't know how the stock market works. I would suggest the same thing for cryptocurrency. Get your understanding first, but you have to get your foot in to really kind of see it past just hearing about it. So Rob, today I want to get NFT. How do I get started? Good question. So kind of basic thing is go to OpenSea, explore, filter everything out, see what projects you want to be involved in. Get on Twitter. Twitter's another source for NFTs. You can go on Reddit. Reddit has a lot of sources up there too. So basically you want to kind of do your research. So you see what projects you like, what they're giving away, what the roadmap is, who the leaders are. Those are definitely 2 important things. They're all going to have a Discord. So the Discord is where you're going to go to see the rest of the community. See how many people are already interested, what they think of the project, where it's going to go. That's where you're going to see all the details of what things are going to happen. So you need to check that out, check the Discord out, and see where it's going from there. When you get to the roadmap, it's going to show you where the project is going, what the pre-sale cost is going to be, and the whitelist. I cannot understate how important the whitelist is. If you want to pay less for your NFT, you have to get on the whitelist. They usually all kind of have the same thing. They want you to share it, basically market it. So you're going to share it, you're going to tag your friends, whatnot, invite people to the Discord, or be active. Most of them require you to have a lot of active time with some messaging or helping people on the Discord. So you get your whitelist, hopefully, and you have access to the early mint. Each one's gonna have official links. Only click on official links. Kind of a note to self. Don't let people direct message you. There are a lot of scams. A lot of people want to make money off you too, right? So now you got your Discord done. You've done your research. You know what project you want. Now what do? So of course you need tokens. And like I said, tokens is basically your cash. So most of NFTs right now, as far as the most popular ones, are going to be on Ethereum base. But you do have some for Cardano, you do have some for Algo, you have different models to go from, but Ethereum's kind of the big one for now. So you basically want to buy your Ethereum. There's multiple ways to buy it. You can go on everything from Robinhood to Coinbase to Gemini. So you're gonna buy that first, and then you're gonna send that to your soft wallet. We cover soft and hard wallets too, but for now, we're just gonna say soft wallet. Most people use MetaMask. So download MetaMask, then you're gonna send your Ethereum over into your MetaMask, right? And that will give you ability to buy your NFT and place it there. So then you go to OpenSea if you didn't get on the whitelist, and you kind of do the same thing. You connect your wallet from MetaMask to take that money to buy the NFT. We kind of go in another video and give you guys a breakdown, but it's essentially taking your money, turning it into a token, turning that token into your soft wallet, using your wallet address, and assigning that to whatever NFT you're trying to buy. And at that point, you have everything ready to go. And then you're just waiting on the mint day to happen. So you have your NFT now. What do you do with it? So now that you see your NFT, we kind of go through a video to further explain it, but we'll just say you see it on your MetaMask, or you've gone through Etherscan and verified it on your URL to look at it, right? So now that you have it, you kind of play two different roles. Some people sell it immediately based on what their projection is for the cost, if you can get someone to buy it right away, or you hold on to it depending on what the utility is. If you're gonna get money, a few months down the road, if you think the price is gonna go up higher, if they have art that they're gonna send to you, if they have, a contest later on the road, or it's attached to a game, whatever the case. It's all gonna depend on that roadmap as far as where things are gonna go. But now you have it. Now you learned enough to know what to do. Hopefully it worked out for you. If it didn't, you know why it didn't work out for you. If it did, you know what worked. Maybe you can replicate it again. Hopefully I gave you guys a clear understanding of NFTs, why you should care about it, or at least learn about it. Don't forget to subscribe